today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. The San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. They'll find the rookie from Oklahoma, CeeDee Lamb. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Seattle.
Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Herbert. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And look at this, for the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Herbert. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is Henry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Henry. And running with power here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they're in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3, 49ers nothing.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Down and 13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Touchdown, 49ers. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. From the gun, Herbert. And open left side, it's Williams. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Here's the Super Bowl hero from a year ago. It's Damian Williams. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
And here's Joseph Charlton now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Rush he's taken down.
CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Mostert now to return. A dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Dominated, boys, dominated.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Taking down and sack.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now here's a deep shot that's complete and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
First down, Seattle.
Here's Dobbins.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
J.K. Dobbins.
Touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
San Francisco gets set to go here.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Mostert now to return.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
The 24-yard line.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Henry. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. And that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Derrick Henry with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he knocks it through. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 67 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
They'll run with Dobbins.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing? But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? Or the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Rashad Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Henry. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big run that time by Henry. 67 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 20 on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. A big spot for the rookie Herbert. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll look to throw. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. back to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
So now the Niners down by a field goal. At time, a huge factor. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And Henry gets the call there on 1st down as he pushes his way forward. A pickup of about 5. Now running again with Henry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Oh, some strong running. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's got room. 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish him off.
The score that puts him in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now it's Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Here we go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be second down. One last throw here for Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Niners, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.